Welcome to this new episode of Cornet.TV as Villeneuve and the Joker participate in the Australian Grand Prix under a Red Bull domination since the beginning of this season. Jean-Simon Cornet once again had the privilege of driving a special car, the Mercedes AMG GT Air Pro. Despite the rain, it was appreciated by the fans. In qualifying in Melbourne, Cornet seemed to lack power all the time, unlike his teammate. He barely made it to Q2 but can't qualify for Q3 by a few hundredths of a second against Esteban Ocon. For Villeneuve, he had some good lap time in qualifying.
You can hear the Australian fans roaring as they line the track here in Albert Park. Welcome to Melbourne, and the roar from the crowd can only mean one thing. It's race day. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit, 3.28 miles around, with the streets making for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 14 corners around the lake, with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, George Russell and Hamilton, Villeneuve, Ocon, Magnussen and Pierre Gasly, Joker, Joe, Fernando Alonso and Norris, Bottas, Tsunoda, Lance Stroll and Daniel Ricciardo, Albon, Vettel, Latifi and Mick Schumacher. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn 1, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
The formation lap gets underway and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out. So as all the cars take their positions on the grid, the teams will be hoping their strategies pay off for them in today's race. The question I'm asking is which teams have got it right, which ones have got it horribly wrong?
At the start in Australia, Cornet showed once again his aggressiveness to climb the grid, but the result was not at all what he had hoped. Indeed, he had contact with Esteban Ocon Alpine. Losing his concentration in his car, he hit Gasly's car too. Car number 91 was found to have no front wing and damage to the side structure and chassis. Yellow flag, the safety car was deployed. Of course, this forced several cars to stop at the stand for front wing changes while the safety car was on the track. For Cornet, it was a disaster as he was going to have to continue the race with significant damage on his car. As for Villeneuve, he found himself P6 ahead of Magnussen and on a good way to collect new points. Oh no, disaster. Jean-Simon Cornet's engine is in smoke. It seems that the MG UK is overheating. Is it caused by the accident? His story does not tell, but his race ends abruptly on the second lap. Difficult Sunday for Cornet, who retreats to the dressing room with 0 points while Leclerc is in first place.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out of the track was. Speed. It sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races. And we saw that today with our winner.
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
And finally, it was Charles Leclerc who won the Grand Prix in front of both Red Bull. Villeneuve finished P7 behind both Mercedes. Cornet, Bottas and Gasly were the only 3 drivers not to have finished the race. After this third race, Verstappen is still at the top of the standings with 17 points ahead of his teammate. Red Bull is clearly standing out at the start of the season, while Cornet Quebec Racing is 4th in the constructor standings. Thank you for watching this episode of Cornet.tv. Next destination, Imola, Italy.